Don't cover the story.
You from fishing or farming. Nobody is stopping you from fishing. It is their responsibility to manage for their life like any other guys manage for their life. In the same vein, we reject the judicial enumeration bill. In the same vein, we are able and we are committed to rejecting the National Assembly salaries and pensions.
Justice.
But let us be very careful.
Power to the people.
We are the agitator of what we are facing today. Whom did we vote for as the president counts? Whom did we vote for as a member of the National Assembly counts? Because those are people that are there for us. And we should be very careful. It's like saying I am not interested in my own life. Saying that I am not interested in politics is like saying that I am not interested in my own life. Because the politicians have to decide which road is to be constructed. The politicians have to decide which hospital or clinic should be constructed. The politicians have to determine how much your salary should be. Look at our Gambian salary. For instance, as a teacher, some of them are paid less than $150. Some of the people, some of the police officers are paid less than $100. That is the challenge that we face as a nation. And I told them clearly, if the remuneration is going to be, let it be for the entire civil servant. Why disaggregation? Why disaggregation? And we stand to develop our nation and to stand by the truth. And there should be nothing like specific preference to judiciary or national assembly. We should all have it equally. For the Gambia, our homeland, and we are going to defend it with our blood and our life without begging for the nation for support. But that being said, I am not telling you that I am the best National Assembly member. I want that to be clear. I am the worst National Assembly member that you can ever find in this chamber. But be very, very careful with the kind of voting, the kind of decisions that we are taking. Let us be responsible for ourselves. If anybody believes that the National Assembly member is not representing you well, what is stopping you from participating into politics? What is stopping you from contesting? Even if I am not participating and I am not representing you as expected, please find a youth that can stand for you in Foni Binta Karana, that will know what it feels to be poor, that will understand the feeling of the young, that will stand to defend the truth no matter what. I thank you all for your kind attention.
We are the executive of the concerned citizens. We are 5 here because that was what was stipulated in the protest permit, that it's supposed to be 5 people that will deliver the demands to the authorities concerned. So to read their statement as well as the demands, the concerned citizens, together with many Gambians, both at home and diaspora, civil servants and private, to convey our concerns through a peaceful protest about the proposed bills in the National Assembly, designed to increase the salaries and pensions of members of National Assembly, as well as remunerations and other entitlements for the judicial officers. It is our belief that the members of the National Assembly have decided to operate unconstitutionally. Hence, the 1997 Constitution of the Gambia, Section 112, subsection B, clearly stipulated that all members shall regard themselves as servants of the people of the Gambia, desist from any conduct by which they seek improperly to enrich themselves or alienate themselves from the people, and shall discharge their duties and functions in the interest of the nation as a whole, and in doing so shall be influenced by the dictates of the conscience and national interests. Regarding the clause from the Constitution, we as concerned citizens and taxpayers who ought to be served by the members of the National Assembly as enshrined in the Constitution are unequivocally opposed to these proposed bills that are aimed at serving the interests and enriching the members of the Parliament and judiciary over the general public as a whole. Sadly, these bills are proposed at a time when the majority of civil servants and private sector employees barely feed their families on their salaries for half of a month due to the escalating rise of or escalating high cost of living. The majority of young people are unemployed, leaving them vulnerable to drugs and irregular migration. Addressing these unfortunate conditions that the majority of the people for Gambians first should be the focus of a house that is supposed to be the guardian of the people by making laws that address the needs and aspirations of the general public. As such, the concerned citizens are making the following demands, which we want the members of parliament to address in the soonest possible time. The demands read: first, withdraw the National Assembly members' salaries and pensions bill. We unequivocally demand that this bill be withdrawn from the Assembly, since it is aimed at serving the interests and enriching the members of parliament over the other civil servants and the general public as a whole. So the second demand is withdraw the judicial officers' remuneration and other entitlements bill. We demand that the National Assembly withdraw the Judicial Officers Bill 2024, which this proposed a selected group while neglecting the needs of the broader population. The third demand is fair compensation for all public servants. We call for a fair, balanced approach to compensation for all public servants, ensuring that salaries and benefits are aligned with the country's economic realities and do not create significant disparities. Equitable allocation of national resources. We urge the government to prioritize the allocation of national resources to critical sectors such as education, healthcare, security, infrastructure, and agriculture to improve the living standard of all Gambians. The fifth one is accountability for the National Assembly members. We call for mechanisms that will avail the electorate to hold National Assembly members to account for their decisions and actions, ensuring they act.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nteto Usman Fadilati, wulura basi iwara nyapay so mejang kanying kibaro tan dunia bela anin Gambia banko mumebe ngaje ko nying kibaro men batan diga mantra fo kam mol damo e milile angale kanga moy modol fana bi jele mi yalo e kanna kandol fo min buka man nika kawol anin na jola kan le surwa kawol woto ku men bo nyama pour nga jego me tilim men fay kan me tilim men kele kan ay tilim nyim umpraliya isa moy ka minefo so coming mba nda be fo la mi yalo ko ma atia sawa nyama na ndaba ataralam ka jego coming mu banku dingol la dem yalla ka ko sola dale ndemu banku dingol la dem yalla ka ko sola dale andu nawo sola ro yakenna wilda ngana nganying kibaro futandi nyim National Assembly mo mi mun na député so ro kunna ndolbe koku ke kanjang amun tolla kelolti amu mul la kelo milbe Gambia bantala bango ka fo me diaspora amu mol la kelo de mil yalla ka fo ke be do ko le ka fo la employ amu mol la kelo de mil yalla ka fo ke imantara do ko ani mil fanan man si do ko la oto kunnan to mantara ndam mala ko bari be Gambia be la kelo la jam ka tenten kaaje ko kule be keri nyim banko kan mi yalla ka fo ko amantol nyaafa lafta ka wuli nga kele ngaaje ko ay bo nyim banko kan so walam nyindi ko ye biro la sura mi yalla ka fo anata puru ka secteur damman data ka karado de be je ko la ko selendi minen ketel la joro la fa wala ketel la bilol ni la kudo la fa son tol mal la fo la meyan ka ko o jor sifa kaje ko aytala ay di tol damala meyan ka ko mo jimal le be government kono me ala be do kola ibela life be di kan ka do ko ke woro nin joro be kala wala la faade be kala jor la anyanda ka kala aytala ni mo tema anyama so intala len sita fuda nyoma nga kumol safi mel yalon ka ko sulo dala Gambia sulo dala mel be Gambia la bantay fana sulo dala wala mun na demand soldi anu nyin demand sol ni wala na sulo kol mbe fula National Assembly mole ko ka je ko inyanda kanyi mudala yake hakilo kono sining wala sinigending ni be siri nyang kanyi kumoda kake into action ka jo ka ke luwari nyim banko kan yen la kuma ka moy because to la ngi sin nyim palato di fon men si fon waji nango sulo kol follow wala ka je ko yanyim bilo ta me ala ka foko anara pour ka ida etol la salary National Assembly depuis la salary ka la fa wala ka kudo kala ko man la fi bilo nyinna gambe dingol me ale sulada man la fala soro koku ni ala ka foko asunta wala ajarra kedela joro la fa me ala ka foko modol bije nyanta ka jor kendo soro biko si fa la do ku kilin wala dol man la fo bilo la man la fi o kan wala kan mi ala ka foko de o semben to yandila na kan ko kam fulanjang wala nyindi ko ya jurati officer mun ne son men fana na fena kaje ko loyal ni ko don men fana la bilo samara nan kaje ke fana la doro la fa
Sacha o hasidia o teli balatea o furinga
We have security here, we have security and we have other sectors
without being judiciary only. So wow, some people should not be passed and cheating about we want to talk to the whole Gambia.
To get a rich, there is no honor and there is no respect in it. Save this nation. It is only a nation. With an opportunity for Gambians to protest against bad governance, to protest against bad leadership, to protest against corruption. Yes, all media.